Deep in the Blue Mountain Valley lies a forgotten community that many Jamaicans have never even heard about. Curious to discover what was hidden there, I set out on a 7.5 kilometer hike to see it for myself. At first, the journey seemed easier than I expected. It was mostly downhill, winding through endless mountain corners. But I quickly realized I had made one big mistake. I had seriously underestimated the trip. What I didn't realize was that every step downhill would have to be climbed back up. Then the mountains played a trick on me. The sun was still visible above the peaks, making me think I had plenty of daylight left. By the time I checked the time, it was already too late. Darkness started to close in, and I was facing a long, lonely climb with no street lights, no traffic, and no one around for kilometers. The community I found was incredible, but getting back out of the valley became an adventure I never saw coming.
Well, this church, it's the first Baptist church that was established in St. Thomas after the Mark Day Rebellion. After the abolition of slavery.
These are the arches, guys, but they're blocked up, it seems. How far from here to Landui? How far from here to Landui?
Only for journey, man.
Only for journey, how much mile?
8 miles.
How so far? So guys, I get 2 mango, I'm going to mash them up right now. Black mango, guys, them nice. Yellow skin black mango. Guys, would you live down here with the road so close? This is an old colonial house. We're going to see a lot of these today. We're in a community. Well, we're actually in Bethel and we're heading down into the community of Richmond, then to Richmond Vale, then to Richmond Gap. Alright, we'll see if we can get to Landui today. Look at the view over there, guys. It's really beautiful over there. Look on the view. That's a lovely view over there, guys. And we are going down in the community down there. Yeah, but look on the view. So beautiful over there where I come from. How bless up, peeps. Yeah. And this is the view you get right here. Shout out to the farmer who did the farming. They do a really good job on the hillside. Yeah. I head down further. All the planting, you know, peeps. Looks like there is a house or some retreat or something up there. We can't zoom in far enough. When I see it, I'm going to mark it on the video so that you can see what I'm talking about. So we head down further. Hold up a bamboo on the hillside. So we're in Bethel, heading to Richmond, to the old parish of St. David. So we actually take the other end of St. David yesterday from Albion, well, in the last video, and today we're coming in from this end, from the Bethel end up in Cedar Valley. Alright, yeah. So it's a bamboo, mangoes, just the trees too. Lots of mangoes. When I was researching this community, I saw where they were complaining about the roads, that the roads are bad the further you get into the community, and really I see it start to true that the roads are disappearing. Blessings everyone, and welcome back to Elite Jamaica. So today we're in a community called Bethel. Well, right now I'm in a community called Bethel, close by to Cedar Valley in St. Thomas. We're heading down to Richmond, to the community of Richmond, Richmond Vale and Richmond Gap. And Richmond was a part of the old parish of St. David. Now there's a water wheel which I think is still there. I'm gonna try to show you guys that. I'm not sure if it's still there because I'm not getting a lot of information. I have it on the map, but I don't know how the place is, if it's been built over or anything like that. However, Richmond is a community that was once, as you know, the communities I go in, it was once a plantation owned by John Shand and a few other owners. I'll give you information as to the ownership pattern of Richmond and Richmond Gap. Alright, so yesterday in the last video, not yesterday, because I don't know when you're going to see the video, but in the last video, we went into St. David from the Albion entrance, and today we're entering St. David from the Cedar Valley entrance by way of Bethel and Richmond, and we're gonna see if we can get as far as Landui to see the waterworks ruins in Landui. Alright, there's a community up there also called Mangoro. I did not get a chance to go into that community today, but if you all want to see that community, if you are interested in that community, then tell me and I'll go there. Alright, you know, look there, one deep precipice that, you know. Just that it's supposed to be nice if you jump off down the sand and then you can run, go down. Look nice like you sliding at the bamboo them. Yeah. If I go down further, the road is not all that, but I could see how it is. Gully gone up there, so mangoes all over the place. Yeah, I'm soon eat one mango. I can't see so much mango and I eat one. You guys want to say if you eat one mango, no, I don't like mango, don't. If you eat one mango, let me know. Now look them on. That's a deep drop off down there. Yeah. So we'll go down further. Somebody will farm up there, so plant banana. Guys, there's a cave up in this area. I didn't really want to mention it because I'm not sure if I'm gonna find it, but it's a cave where it is said that George William Gordon had hid out in that cave. Well, it's a community, what do I call it, a community tale that George William Gordon had hung out in that cave when they wanted him, when they wanted to catch him. The cave is there because a lot of people confirm that the cave is there, but I'm not sure if George William Gordon had actually been to that cave. But they said that there are some carvings and stuff in the cave. I think that it's more of a Taino cave, but I'm not sure. But however, if I see the farmer that I'm supposed to look for, then I'll get a chance to see it. Otherwise, I'll get information where I can come back and see it. Alright, I'm gonna look up there, so. Nice farm up there, so. Anybody from this area who have ever heard about that cave, please contact me. May I put the number up on screen? Otherwise, the number is 450-9733. That's 1-876-450-9733. Please contact me if you have information about that cave. Alright? Yeah, man. We're heading down further in Richmond. Mangoes. All about. And people do overseas and can't get mango. Guys, I know a lot of you the overseas wish you could get some of these mangoes because the mango will not eat fresh. Don't let me know in the comment section how the mangoes are in the US, how the mangoes are in Canada, and how the mangoes are in the UK. Alright? Because I always hear so the mango them not all that, you know. But yeah, mango all about. And them wanna just drop off of the tree. Natural. No wax, no fertilizer. Body not charge for them. Yeah, guys, and Richmond is one of those communities that they said that people are moving out of, and it soon will be abandoned. I don't think so still no, because I know a lot of people live in Richmond. We say them live in Richmond, so we'll see when we get into the community. And if it's that case, then we'll see somebody to talk to and find out why these people are moving out of the community. Alright? Yeah, man, so we'll head down further. Mangoes all over.
Nestled among the hills of what was once the parish of St. David, the quiet community of Richmond has a rich history stretching back more than 2 centuries. Today, it is a peaceful rural district, but during Jamaica's plantation era, Richmond was the site of a thriving sugar estate that farmed part of the island's colonial economy. Richmond Estate appears on the James Robertson's famous 1804 map of Jamaica as a sugar plantation powered by a watermill, indicating that the estate relied on the natural flow of nearby rivers or streams to crush sugarcane. This made Richmond one of the several important inland sugar-producing properties in eastern Jamaica. Early records associate the estate with Leonard Wray between 1809 and 1811, followed by Honorable John Shand and Robert Smart by 1815. By 1817, the estate was under the ownership of John Willis, while Joseph Tyrrell later managed the property as attorney on Willis's behalf. Following emancipation, records show William Reed as the person in possession during 1833 to 1834, illustrating the financial difficulties many Jamaican plantations faced in their final years. The estate's records also reveal the human cost behind its success. Slave registers shows that Richmond's enslaved population remained remarkably consistent throughout the early 19th century. Around 94 people were recorded in 1809, decreasing to 91 in 1811, rising to 95 in 1815, reaching 100 by 1817 and 1820, before gradually falling to 98 in 1820, 96 in 1821, and 94 by 1823. These men, women, and children carried out the back-breaking labor that sustained the plantation's sugar production and generated wealth for absentee owners and colonial merchants.
Here, this is not good. The road here, although I see where they have fixed the road coming up still. So, let's see if I can, when I go back down, I get a clip off the road and show you guys that the road is actually like a highway standard. However, these other roads are not fixed as yet. They need to fix. You know, I think they must fix come straight round, still go right back out to Albion. because this road takes you right back down through Landoway down to Albion. You know, if I had as much strength I'd walk right back to Albion, but I don't think that's possible. Guys, up at that place where I heard the voices and the camera, enough people on TikTok so me edit it and them thing there. Guys, I did not edit anything. Y'all know so I edit my video them. If I was gonna do that, would do that somewhere in the bush, somewhere deep in some dark bush with some ruins there. And I've never done that. And if I'm using sound effects, I'm telling you straight it's a sound effect. I'm not gonna do like something happen. But I'm gonna go back there because on the ball field there are ruins on the ball field which I missed. I didn't know that they were there. Alright, I'm gonna look on the view there. So lovely around here. So we're heading down into the community of Richmond and St. Thomas in the old parish of St. David. Yeah. We're already in the parish of St. David still now. For those of you who don't know, St. David goes as far as it comes slant way across the Cedar Valley Primary School. From there going up, even village in Cedar Valley, that place called the village, is in St. David. Yeah. This is a drop off, you know, guys, on Brookway. And this is a main road, you know, peeps. Can you see it? This is not nice. This needs to fix. Now look that one. The view them pretty still. I'll go down further. Look like Melissa had done this road one way and it never did fix after. Man, no. But it's bad still.
Following the abolition of slavery in 1834 and the decline of Jamaica's sugar industry, Richmond Estate gradually lost its economic importance. Like many plantations across eastern Jamaica, its buildings fell into ruin, while portions of the estate were divided into smaller holdings that eventually evolved into the farming community seen today. So as we walk through Richmond, we'll be exploring more than just an ordinary country district. Hidden among the vegetation may lie the remains of foundations, stone walls, water channels, or other forgotten relics of the old estate.
I'm alone today now. Yeah. As I told you guys, it's not every day I would be able to have my father and my brother accompany me. Yeah? I'm not nobody else to accompany me. So that's how it goes.
Every stone has a story, connecting this quiet community to Jamaica's colonial past and the lives of the people who lived and labored here.
Who can tell me something about that tree here? We're there in front of it. Let me zoom in a little more. This tree, anybody know about this tree? Who can tell me something about that tree here? It have something to do with Easter. Not a lot of cars on the road. Look like most people take it from Albion side. I'm not sure, but yeah. All the farming are going up on the hilltop up there, so. You can feel the change in the temperature around here. It's really cool. The temperature, guys, you never feel a certain temperature, smell a certain smell, and it bring back childhood memories. The temperature here bring back childhood memories. That's the truck going up there. The temperature bring back childhood memories. The smell of the oxygen, the smell of the atmosphere from when I was, I guess from when I was living in St. Thomas when I was younger in Mount Lebanon. Yeah, but I just get the flashback there just now. Now look there. That is why most of my videos are done in St. Thomas. I just love exploring this place. But y'all, if you know about other places, you don't know where I'm going in other parish, you tell me. If you know a piece of ruins that is on your property or something like that, let me know. I can't know unless, well, I can know, but then I never know if I have access unless someone tells me that, yeah, you know. So help me out, guys. A landslide was here. Yeah, that was a landslide, guys, so you can imagine the solid block. So we're heading down into the community of Richmond, and then Richmond Gap, and then Richmond Vale, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, we're heading there. Look on them all. I grind them are stone wall. Grind. Yeah, these are grind, guys. And notice the wire upon them. I'll go down further. That road they need to fix too. It's a main road that takes you back to Albion in Yalas. It need to fix. You know, bus used to drive on here, so and them thing there. Remember back then you had a choice whether you wanted to drive to Morantby and then to Kingston, or if you wanted to drive this road. No, you don't really have no choice. You have to drive the Morantby angle because this road is no good again. Like 2 vehicles hardly can pass around, and some wouldn't like to see 2 vehicles try pass. You know. That is why sometimes when I drive go certain places, because when I know how the roads stay, and then I mostly venture into rural communities, deep rural communities, sometimes abandoned communities. Here over there, so where I come from, guys. See the road out there, so. I was already zoomed in. Anyway, we'll head down further. Guys, look what I just find. Man, it's a shot I set up in a peeps. And this one spring shell. And mess up my shot. But anyway, I'll do the next half. Yeah guys, we're head down further into Richmond. So I'm telling you someone house up on top of the hill. But the camera not zooming far enough. You see it? We'll go down further. This road sneaks. It goes around and around. It's just green, guys. So lovely. This place is green and pretty. It's just that the road is not all that good. them place here, guys, them place here supposed to look like night all when you touch 5 or 6 o'clock, you know. Yeah, it's supposed to look like night. I just love explore places like these. These places are serene. Look on the rocks. Near water running so. See road down the center, guys? Down the center we are going about water down there, we are going to see water. Yeah? And that is important to me. I like seeing water. I know I like when we are film and we find water. Because when I say we, you know, guys, I'm referring to myself and y'all. Or y'all and myself. Depends on which English you use. I'll sign it down here, so. I'll drop off over here, so guys. So I got over the water goes down. Water down there, so. Once I got there, and I wonder if I go down there. But if I go down there, I'm come back out. Look on that sign here. I'm gonna try to go down there. Upper Yalas Watershed Restoration Reforestation Project from Pretty Town to Big Gully Bridge. Guys, my eye not so good now, I know though. Yeah. Alright, so how may I go down here, so now I should under that bridge here. You think I should go down there, guys? Can I go down there now? What if I go down there and I come back up? How would I come back up? I have to know how I come. Oh, you can walk over this, so over that side. Guys, I have to know how I come back up before me go down there. You know? You can walk over here, so yeah, you can walk over here, so I put my phone in my bag. Come back this up. So on the here, guys. So under the bridge. This is the river. This bridge isn't all that old. I'm going to see where it was refurbished either. So when it built, you see old walls. There are old walls here. Because the bridge must be a long time, you know, some old wall up here on the side of the road. There are old walls here. Stone wall, old stone wall, but then up here is refurbished. Then put in the steel beams. You know, if ever think over here, so I walk go up, I couldn't go back up. You see that? I have to walk around here, so just a little bit of water in the river. Here guys, I'm coming back out on the road. I'll go down further. So we're heading down into the community of Richmond. I think Richmond started already, you know. But up there, so I don't know if that's the name, Pretty Gully or Pretty River or Big Gully. Pretty River or Pretty Gully or big river. I don't remember the name. I have to look back on the sign. So the water down here, guys. So I look at my see no dam along the way because these plantations always use dams. Yeah. And anywhere there's a river there could be a dam or water wheel, and coffee plantations are rarely listed on the map that I have. And up in the hills here, guys, you see up in the hill up here, so are mostly coffee plantations. Them are the listed, so I just have to search. Water down there, so guys. You want to see no formations too. So if I go down further, up that's where I come from. This road is just going around corners. You go round left, you go round right, you go round left, you go round right. So all in a 5 mile, you turn 15 miles. So I go down further anyway. This place is rain prone, you know, but I have my raincoat still. Hopefully the rain not come down. I just love hear the sound of the river. If you all enjoying this video so far, let me know in the comment section down below. Type enjoy, type I am enjoying it. Just type something. Alright, as I say, if you even type, literally type something. So I run after, guys. So you see the river, you know, so I look forward to seeing a dam down further. Yeah? Yeah, guys, and if you haven't yet subscribed to Elite Jamaica, please do so now. Like what you done already watch, if you enjoyed the video. And you can wait until you finish watch the video if you tell me if you like the video. Alright? I'm not tell you if you click the like button now, but click it when you finish watching the video or whenever time you come on for the video. If you like the video, because I like, no, so when you come to Elite Jamaica, you actually stay. Alright? Yeah, so we're heading down into Richmond. I'll go down further. This sound like the taxi will come back. Lots of springs along the roadside, but them they're under the ground, so the water just come up. You hear that? Me hear the taxi come up the road all again. I hope me hear a vehicle come up the road for that matter, but I'm not seeing a vehicle. My bike's supposed to be and not come down the road too. I can't hear it, but the road's so bend up where a vehicle will be behind here come down and you hear it and it don't even get close. So this is a total different side of St. Thomas, different from Rolandsfield and Albion, where it's actually dry in some way, but it's a rain prone place. It's dry, but it's cool, really cool. Albion is dry and hot. Rolandsfield is not all that dry, it's really green and really cool. This is a nice community, yeah. But it's mostly farming lands up this side, as you notice. I mean, if you want to buy the land and build one house, then it's up to you. I'll hold it down here, so I'm looking for man-made structures. I'm not seeing any. I'll go down further. I really enjoy these walks, you know, guys. That's why even though I could afford to get a car, I still no drive on film because it makes no sense to me driving on filming. I don't really get to see anything, I don't really get to show you guys anything. Would have to stop and come out of the car every minute, that would make no sense. Each time I start the car more gas, so I would have complained about gas. You know? Car is to get me to the location I'm going to film. That's the river, you can come up the road. The taxi. Down there, guys. No man-made structures down there. So we'll go down further. There should be a dam on the river. We are going to see the water wheel up on the river here, you know, guys. But we're down in Richmond, and we're not really afraid if we reach this yet. You know. So if no one had built over that structure, the water wheel should be there same way. And if I find that water wheel, it's gonna encourage me to walk down to Landui. You know, I have to try to get a drive, come back up my reel now. If I walk go to Landui, I wouldn't be able to walk the journey back. I wouldn't be able to make it back in time. So I'll wall it down there, so guys. So that's, you know, not dam. Over there, so look on way still. And track the right here, so I'll go down on the river and see. Wow. Can't go no further. I know peeps, if me ever go no further, I don't know the water me I go. I'm stuck right here, so there are no structures down here. Hold on on a tree and go back up. Old wall, you know. Not shot no there, so I don't know come like an animal walk here, so guys. I never go further, right down the water. Hold up a dirt. So I go further, peeps. I go down in Richmond. There's a house down here. Some graves over there. Go down further. As I said, these are farmlands, guys, but if you want to buy the land and build your house around this side, kudos to you, because it's really nice around here. It's lovely. You know, just the road bad, but if you have a SUV, no problem. The road not all that bad either. You know, and then you don't even have to go into Cedar Valley. You can go down Landui, go down Albion, get to Yellas, and that is even more convenient if you're getting into Kingston. Yeah. Someone asked a question the other day in a video, which I think is rather important. They asked, how does it go when you're a stranger moving into a new community, a community like this? And honestly, I never think about that, but you know what I'm going to do? Whenever time I meet somebody, I'm going to talk to them on camera, I'm going to ask them, and they'll let you know. Alright? Yeah. So I consider your question. That's on the river, guys. So I go down further. So the river kind of branch off, gone over there, so, and down here, so I'll go down further. It's like my house down the road. Like I reach down now, community.
After hiking into the Blue Mountain Valley, I finally arrived at one of the most remote communities in St. Thomas. Today it's known as Richmond Vale or Richmond Gap. But this place has a history that most Jamaicans have never heard about. Long before it became Richmond Vale and Richmond Gap, this area was divided into two colonial plantations. Content Estate on one side of the Banana River and the Richmond Estate on the other. The river served as the boundary between the two estates during Jamaica's colonial period. One of the most fascinating stories from this community is about a woman named Elizabeth Wilson, better known as Yaya Moody.
A coal kiln, for those who are gonna correct me when I say coal skill. See the peeps? That's how they make charcoal in Jamaica. So it's
According to local historian Howard Shepherd, she was a respected healer who treated the owner of Richmond Estate after he became seriously ill with malaria. As a reward for saving his life, she was given a section of the estate. She named the land Wilson, making her one of the first black women to own property in colonial Jamaica. For many years, the community was simply known as Wilson. Now in 1948, as Jamaica began moving away from colonial rule under a premier government, the community officially became known as Richmond Vale and Richmond Gap. The names reflect the landscape itself. Richmond Vale refers to the valley below, while Richmond Gap is the higher section of the community on the hillside. This area is also connected to one of Jamaica's most famous historical figures, Three Finger Jack. His cave is located in what was once Content Estate, and the nearby gully leading to the Banana River is still known as Three Finger Gully. Perhaps the most important historical landmark here is the Richmond Vale Baptist Church. Built in 1873, it has stood for more than 150 years. Although Hurricane Charlie caused severe damage in 1951, the church was restored and preserved, and today it remains one of the few physical reminders of the community's colonial past.
so them place are cool. I see on the yard cool. You can just sit down in the yard, although it's a small house. A lot of us would appreciate somewhere like that where just you alone. A lot of us are introverts. Yeah? Man! Goatee! So the road is a bit better down here so far.
Today, Richmond Vale is a quiet farming community surrounded by breathtaking mountains. Life moves at a slower pace here, and although the community is isolated, its rich history, beautiful scenery, and resilient people make it one of the most unique places in Jamaica. Walking through these roads, it's hard to believe that so much history has remained hidden in a valley that many people don't even know exists.
Guys, you know, it's a pleasure for me in places like these where the map does not list these places. It's a pleasure for me to search for these places because, yeah, I like find things I never know about. Like on a whole wall. I don't know still. I don't see it attached to anything. There's some stone there right there, so I'm gonna go down further and see what down here, so. Alright, there's nothing on that side. So we'll go further. I don't want to see it, I can't sit down and rest. So guys, we're heading into the community of Richmond in the old parish of St. David. Alright, come follow me. Some grave over this family plot. Seems we are coming down into the community now. The river down there. Older houses from the 50s. Yeah guys, so we're heading down into the community of Richmond. Here's a bridge right here. That's the river down there. It's like a family plot is over there. With graves, just that. Yeah, it's a family plot. Just graves. Look on the hillside guys, somebody a farm. That's lovely. So we'll go down further. This could have been a whole community, you know guys, because why you'd have such a bridge right here just for the funeral plot, just for the family plot? But I don't know still. I'll go back across the bridge. Yeah, go down further. Milepost. Can't see nothing from that. Don't know what is on that milepost. Maybe when I edit we will see it better. If you all see it, type it in the comment section down below. Aki tree. Can't go down further. This tree is really big. Like it's a mango tree too, you know guys. Big. A whole building over here, so next family plot up there. Colonial house over here, so below that stone. Yeah, this is a colonial house. But it's still inhabited when I get a chance to go over there. You see that, guys? It's a church. Whoa, look on the arch. It's a church. I'm supposed to look on the bottom. I'm supposed to go over there. It's a church. I check. I would love to go over here. Richmond Vale, Richmond Gap, Bushhead. So Richmond Vale and Richmond Gap is the same place. Now see if I can go over the church. Churches shouldn't be closed. Churches should always be opened. Churches are supposed to have dogs. This is a church, guys. There are old walls over there. Old walls over there. And this church is old. What are they? I want to see the arch them down here so before somebody tell me something I have to leave. And it's fenced off when I know why it's fenced off. Them the guys. We have arches go. Tunnels going up underneath the building like a cellar. Oh, me reach over them. I try reach over there. Up in this side, you know, guys, a lot hasn't changed. Up this side, you know, peeps. A lot really hasn't changed. Blessed family. Yeah, guys, so this is the caretaker of the church that we're here.
No, the circuit secretary for the Richmond Vale circuit.
The whole circuit.
Yes.
I'm try to get a better angle. Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Alan Walker.
Velan Walker?
Alan
Walker.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me a little history about the church?
Well, this church, it's the first Baptist church that was established in St. Thomas after the Martin Rebellion.
Okay.
After the abolition of slavery.
Yeah.
The first Baptist church.
Whoa.
Right? The first original structure was destroyed in 1951.
Mm-hmm.
And this new structure, if you notice the sign up there, is telling you that this new one was built in 1958.
Yeah.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
Lying right there is the remains of one of the ministers who was here immediately after the abolition of slavery.
Okay.
His name is Edwin Moore.
Edwin Moore.
Yes, and beside him is Cleveland Russell.
Cleveland Russell.
Right.
Okay.
On top of the hill there was where they had the mission house.
The mission house was on top of the hill there.
The hill up there.
Okay, are there any ruins still up there?
Well, you have columns, the little columns that were built.
Okay.
And which are you call it a post and which
Yeah.
the building.
How do I
stand.
get up there?
You'd have to walk all the way around there and go up and come across. No,
Okay.
here was first a coffee works.
Coffee Works.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The tanks are still up there where the coffee used to be poured in. Then it washed down through some clay pipes. Come through that little mound you see right there. Go over. The trash would come off on the other side. And then the beans would go in the barbecue down there.
Okay, so the barbecue was done on that
The
side.
barbecues,
Okay.
remains of the barbecues are behind that building.
This building seemed to be some of sort original. What
That
was there?
building is the second building that was put up.
After the church?
Yes.
It was the where like
It was a vestry.
with the vestry, yes, where
It was a vestry.
the pastor and people like that
Right.
stayed.
They would go inside there for prayers before service.
Okay.
And like on a Sunday night, they would keep class service inside there.
Okay.
You
You
see,
know?
the Baptists
Mm-hmm.
and like Anglican, the original churches,
Yeah.
they are more attached to a lesser of the colonial period. So you would find that the
Okay.
buildings that they do would look more like
May I
the
get a
old
better shot here? May I come
English
round?
architecture.
Because the Anglican Church were one of the first churches there on the Baptist, right?
You have the Catholics, the Anglicans, and the Baptists.
But this was the first Baptist church in this area, in St. Thomas.
Yes. It actually started at Richmond Gap.
Okay, and that was when it was St. David.
No, St. David's is Landui.
So the line go cross below here.
Yes.
Because on the map, you know, the line go right across the Cedar Valley Primary School.
And it goes straight across the Cedar Valley Primary School.
Like half of the Cedar Valley Primary School at St. David and half of St.
Right.
Thomas.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Cedar Valley Primary School was originally where the Cedar Valley Baptist Church is now.
Oh, that's why the map go across it.
Right. So the church was the school was removed out of the church
Uh-huh.
down to the location that it is at now.
Okay.
That's why most people in Cedar Valley, the elders will tell you they went to church school.
Church.
Because wherever the missionaries established a church,
They call it
would
church school.
also establish a school. And the school normally was held in the church during the week. And then on Sundays, church is held there. So that's
church.
why
Yeah, they started that process after the abolition of slavery
right.
for real.
That's how it used
And I
to
noticed something in these rural communities, the schools are always at the top of the community.
be. Yes.
Like Mount Felix, Johnson Mountain, Roland's Field, all of them community where I'm going to Whitehall, the school at the top of the community.
Yeah, what they try to do at all times is to put the school at a central point.
Okay.
You see, now if you notice that the slave masters would normally live on the hill and the flat land was for farming. So this is why you find that most buildings are on top of
In the
hill,
bush, up
so
in the
that the
hills.
flat land can be there for the farming.
That's how I find a lot of these historical sites. Even though I have the map will be like, even say half mile off. But the terrain, because I'm doing this for 10 years, you know, so the terrain alone, they tell me, say, oh, the house, I got there right there, so because just the lookout, what they would have,
Yes.
and where the plantation boundaries are, you understand? Yeah, man. But it was wonderful speaking with you, though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to film these
Yes.
arches down here, just the arches, because there's not much down here to film. Yeah, guys, so I'm going to take a look at those arches and see where they lead and what they were all about. That building is the vestry for the church. Yeah. That's the vestry right there.
Standing quietly in the heart of Richmond Vale is one of the community's oldest surviving landmarks, the Richmond Vale Baptist Church. Originally established in 1873 during Jamaica's colonial era, the church has served the spiritual center of this remote valley for more than 150 years. It has witnessed the transition from colonial rule to an independent Jamaica, preserving not only the faith of the community, but also an important piece of its history. Although the church suffered significant damage during Hurricane Charlie in 1951, it was carefully restored and continues to serve the community today. But just a short distance away are the remains of the original colonial era structure. These stone ruins, slowly being reclaimed by nature, are among the last physical reminders of the community's plantation past. Built using traditional stone masonry, they stand as resilient witness to a period that shaped both Richmond Vale and Jamaica itself. Walking among these ruins is like stepping back in time. Every stone tells a story of resilience, change, and survival. While the restored church represents the community's present, these colonial foundations remind us of where that journey began over a century ago.
So heading back up, and then we're heading down into Richmond to Landui. There's another piece of the wall. close, guys. Yeah, guys, so I'm out here. So this was the first Baptist church in St. Thomas. Yeah, so I learned something new every time. That's the church right here, but it's not the original. The original church was destroyed in 1951, as we just heard. So we're heading down further.
Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the first part of this video. Now, the entire video was very long. It's actually, in the edited form, it's actually 2 hours and 14 minutes. So instead of, guys, I'm barefoot, so now look where I walk. Instead of having you sit and watch the entirety of that in one go, I decided to clip it here at the church. And in part 2, we'll continue from the church down through Richmond, down through Windsor Forest and so forth. Continue looking at the historical sites and all of that. Alright, and I think that's good. You know, no one wants to sit and watch a 2 hour and 14 minutes video. Alright, and blessings, everyone. Thank you all for watching. It was really a pleasure having you here. So in a part 2, then we do the full video roundup. Alright, stay tuned.